childhood friend reappeared at the moment I most needed him. I had been in America for only 2 months.
I was in a bakery in New York, and after years of not seeing Hannah's sister, by chance she just walked in.
I had not seen him since he lost Anna. I tried to make him recognize me.
It didn't work.
Thomas?
No.
Yes, you are from Dresden.
I don't even know what that is.
His hands felt rough from all those years of sculpting. He could not hide who he was now. Did you become a sculptor like you dreamed? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
It's a very complicated question.
It's a very simple answer.
We talked for hours, just kept repeating the same things over and over.
Have a cups emptied?
A day and es freue mich, Sie wieder zu treffen.
It was very nice seeing you again too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
But you see, she reminded me too much of Anna, and we didn't know how to do anything else.
And the next day, we were married.
According to Melanie Beattie, gratitude is the richness of life. It turns everything that we have into something and more.
It turns a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. The following piece examines what happens when a couple cannot find wholeness in their lives.
One is caught in the past.
The other clinging to a hope that doesn't exist.
In turn, the author argues that familiarity alone is not enough to fill in the holes that denial creates.
Extremely loud and incredibly close.
Jonathan Safran Foer. I'm thinking about Anna. Everything that could have been, should have been.
I felt so deeply for this person I had not seen in so long.
I remember when we first met. I thought that we could run to each other. We were happy.
I could tell when he wasn't thinking of me.
She and I never talk about the past. That's a rule. We practically lived off rules. For example, I would open the door for her, but I would never touch her back as she went through. She would never ask me how my day was. I would never watch her cook. We always ate on the same side of the table, facing the window.
No children. That was our first rule.
No children. About a month or two into our marriage, we started marking off areas in the apartment as nothing, places in which one could be assured of complete privacy.
One could temporarily cease to exist.
The first was in our bedroom, by the foot to the bed.
It was a rule that you never would look at that rectangle of space.
It didn't exist.
When something
A key, a pen, a pocket watch.
was accidentally left in a nesting place, it never could be retrieved.
On our second anniversary, we marked off the entire guest room as a nothing place.
Our marriage was not unhappy.
We were trying desperately.
We had to make rules, but to
We followed the
there's
rules.
nothing wrong with
To
compromise.
make life effortless, but you see, in the morning, the nothing vase would cast as something shadow, like a memory of someone you've lost.
Even if you compromise almost everything.
See, I've not sculpted anything since coming to America, but we decided that we would make arrangements for the following day.
His attention filled the hole in the middle of me. And after only a few sessions, it became clear that he was not sculpting me. He was sculpting her. The longer he and I lived together, the less was said, the more misunderstood.
There came a point about a year or two when our apartment was more nothing, isn't something. She finds things to keep herself busy while I undress at night. That's another rule. But when she gets undressed, I've never been so busy in my life. I'd often remember designating a place as nothing. When she agreed, she was sure it was something. So I started to undress right in front of her.
Thomas, what are you doing?
I thought it was nothing.
It's something. After that, we started making love in nothing places and turned the lights off. It felt like crime. The toys had to be from behind, and I knew he wasn't thinking of me.
She's at home right now, writing her life story, unaware of the chapters to come. It was my suggestion, and I thought it was a good one. I thought that maybe if she could express herself rather than suffer herself. I pulled my old typewriter from the closet and I set her up in the guest room with everything she would need: paper, ink, a card table for a desk.
And it's a nursing place.
But better place to write your life story, right?
I've never used one of these before.
It's very simple. Just press the keys. Ding. I heard from behind the door the sounds of creation, the letters being pressed onto the pages being pulled from the machine. I understood the exhilaration of sculpting the bits and pieces from your past. It was beautiful. But then one morning,
I'd like to show you something.
2 stacks of paper about the same height.
My life. I just made it up to the present moment just now. The last thing I wrote was, I'm going to show him what I've written. I hope he loves it.
I picked up the pages and wandered through them, trying desperately to find out when she was born, her first love, when she last saw her parents. But there was nothing.
You think it's too much? It's not too vain?
There was nothing about Anna.
Mean everything to you?
It's wonderful, I told her.
One morning I woke and understood the hole in the middle of me.
Closing that
I tried to hide it from him. I wore loose shirts, I sat with pillows on my lap,
and I knew something
naked
was
only
wrong,
in nesting places, but I could not keep it a secret forever.
And then she told me,
I'm pregnant.
how could that have happened?
I made it happen.
We had a rule.
Broke the rule.
No. Children.
I thought you were going to be happy.
Look, I didn't want to have children with you. You're not Anna. Okay, look, everything will be okay.
I told him okay wasn't enough.
Everything will be perfect. Everything will be fine. That was our last night together.
Felt like making love.
And then the inevitable question arose.
But are we?
It was something we must be. But I knew, in the most protected part of my heart, was the truth. I'm leaving her today. She said to me this morning,
Tell me what you think.
"But look, I can't read it now. I'll read it on my own time, slowly, carefully. Look, I have to get going."
He lifted his suitcase and it looked heavy.
Promise me you'll take care.
That was how I knew he was leaving me.
I may not be back before you fall asleep.
But I can't fall asleep without you.
See, it's a shame that we have to live. It's a tragedy that we only get one life to live, because if I would have had 2 lives, I would have stayed in the apartment with her and held her on the bed. We walked to the threshold together. She stopped. And I kept going.